Keep your mouth closed when you go into the military. Yes, you got battles. You're gonna find a couple battles in which you can talk to on a personal level, but for the most part,
For my Air Force people, battles or battle buddies would be our wingmen, but Army, battle, Army, and wingmen, air, wings. Cool. All right.
everybody is not your friend. What you can tell a regular friend that you kick it with on the daily, you can't tell motherfuckers in the military because oftentimes they will go rat you out or go talk to somebody about your issues.
Well, I wouldn't tell nobody I'm a business, period. Whether it's they're in the military or not. I mean, you have to be very wary on who you're telling your business to and how much you're telling that person. Because like he's going to bring up later on in the video, people will do things to kind of, sabotage what you have going on, and people will do a lot of things to kind of, bring you down, especially if they see that you're succeeding or they see that you're excelling. Okay, at that point, they're looking at different things to nitpick, and they're looking for different things to bring up to you to try to bring you down. So, yeah, what he's saying is spot on so far.
Benefit them. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna see it a lot, and it's gonna hit quickly. Keep your mouth closed, bro. It's not that hard. I be seeing people become the laughing stock or rumors going around them because they're dealing with personal issues, but everybody knows their personal issues. So yeah,
And I think that's because these bases are so small. For example, the first base I went to when I joined was on Misawa Air Base up in Japan, and that base is so small. And being in a different country, it's more the base is more tight knit, which is great. But there's also how things get. That's how rumors get spread. That's how things get passed around. And I've heard many stories of people of something happening off base, or somebody says one thing to one person, and now all of a sudden everybody in the dorms know, everybody in the squadron knows, your commander and things like that know, and yeah, it turns into a big shit show.
as much as you want to trust people, as much as you want, and it should be there. That foundation should be there, but the common sense is not so common in the military anymore. You know what I'm saying? To the point where you can be that open about who you are, about what you're dealing with. It's not there, bro. Not everyone has your best interest, and it could be higher ups, it could be your battle buddies, it could be anybody, bro. Not everyone has your best interest, so it's best if you just keep it to yourself and handle it on a personal level first, if you can.
If the higher ups get a load of your business, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And let me repeat that. If your leadership, whether it's your uh the commander or the chief, the SEL, first sergeant, even hell, even your flight chief, if they get a hold of your business, it's a wrap. Because if they do not like what they hear, oh man, it's going to be bad for you. Bad. They say your reputation precedes you, and perception is the most important thing, which it shouldn't be like that. Everybody should have opportunity for them to, I guess, show people who they are and not allow for certain things or certain rumors to get in the way and, kind of, derail what they're trying to do before they even get a chance to really show who they are. But yeah, if leadership gets a hold of anything that you're doing, or if leadership gets a hold that you're having problems, and, it doesn't paint you, or it doesn't paint the section, or if it doesn't paint the squadron in a perfect light, yeah, man, it's 430 for you. It's a wrap.
Of course, seek the help if you need it, but for the most part, everybody does not have your best interest at heart.
Yeah, yeah, my man was spot on. You really got to be careful, especially you really got to be careful in this military thing, man. I know when we go through basic training, we go through tech school and things like that. They like to preach that we're a family. They like to preach that we're brothers and sisters in arms and things of that nature. But a lot of people don't have that same mindset when it comes to certain things. Why? I don't know. Maybe because they just don't understand. So you really have to be picky with who you roll with. You really have to be picky. You really have to be cognizant of how you're acting and your behavior and things like that. Because like you said, if the wrong person gets a hold of the wrong thing, it's a wrap for you. Yeah, it's all about it's all about making sure that you're putting your best foot forward. You know what I mean? And if you are, if it's one of those situations where you do need help, of course go get help. But just be very, very careful. Be very careful about who you talk to. Be very careful about the information you tell other people, unless you really know that person. Really, really get to know who you're talking to. Really, really get to know who you're confiding in, because that honestly could be the difference between your stay at that base being successful or your stay at that base being hell, you know? Well, hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Again, please make sure you like this video. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. It's good for the algorithm, and I see you when I see you. Peace.